and gents, this will likely be the weirdest video I have ever made, but it's going to be smooth. That's right, today it's Spiff's Guide to Killing Your Empire with Sexy Times. Now this event chain can occur at any time, and for me it happened right on my first colony. Consequently, it basically crippled my empire for the future. So, step 1 is rather simple: colonize either a wet or frozen planet. Your scientists will then discover something rather strange. The plants on this planet produce a suspiciously large amount of pollen. Now, this could be call for an alarm, so we have the option to investigate it. In choosing this, we will gain some free society and research points. Even if you have not finished the project, 1 year later your empire will discover the long-term consequences of exposure to this pollen. The pollen acts as an aphrodisiac, and guess what? It's bloody everywhere on the planet. Now, if you don't know what an aphrodisiac is, then you might be one of my younger viewers. The best way to describe it is that an aphrodisiac is a substance that makes you want to do a little bit of the rough and tumble. We are given the chance here to remove it at the cost of 400 energy, however this is pretty costly. Alternatively, we can leave it alone and gain a 10% happiness boost on the planet. Well, I did not want to waste the energy, so I personally let it stay. 1 year later, another discovery is made. The aphrodisiac is making everyone less productive. It's not too bad at first, only results in a minus 15% production towards minerals, which at the time my empire had lots of. This also creates a special project that allows you to study the problem itself. The project required a level 3 scientist and would mitigate the problems of the aphrodisiac, restoring things back to normal. However, I did not have one available at the time, so I just ignored it. Another year later and the colony is behaving strangely again. The people on the planet simply don't want to leave, and everyone there gets a minus 70% migration speed penalty. This is starting to become a real pain because I would like to move some of the population back to my homeworld, but it's going to take them a bloody long time. 3 months after this, the people running the colony on the actual ground are becoming more and more distant. Apart from the occasional cheeky slide into the DMs, they are all but ignoring our communication requests. We had the opportunity to send someone to investigate, but that seemed rather pushy for our already broken relationship with the colony. So we waited, and we waited, until eventually 2 years later, yes that's right, 2 bloody years later, we receive a message from the colony. For some reason, a crazed sex cult has taken over the planet. Yep, that's right. They're a bit strange, but oh well, at least they want to talk to us again. So things are normal until 2 months later. The cult suddenly transforms into becoming a doomsday cult. That's right. They think the end is nigh, and they're a bit crazy about it. This sudden change was actually caused by the pollen itself. The pollen adapted and it resulted in this change in idea. Perhaps the plants are the real things in control here. Either way, a disaster of some kind is coming and it's related to the pollen, and there is a chance to stop it. All it would require is a science ship led by a level 4 scientist. Sadly, I did not have a level 4 scientist available, so I once again did nothing. As there is a doomsday cult around, I chose to try and move some people off of the planet, but it was too late. The pollen of the plant suddenly changed and it killed off all of the life on the planet. With the pollen making the population already want to stay, I was unable to get anyone off the planet. The entire population and everything living was now dead. The world was then transformed into a toxic planet, becoming entirely uninhabitable. This was a terrible loss for my empire and a real bloody shame. It made everybody sad and crippled our Unity production for 10 years. Rather strangely, 2 years later the planet became a desert world, almost like a homage. Well, the fountain of youth had well and truly dried up. There would be no more sexy times on that planet for at least many millennia. Well, that's the end of Spiffing's Guide to Killing Your Empire with Sexy Times in Stellaris. If you enjoyed the story, then please give it a like. If you have a story of your own, then feel free to throw it down in the comment section. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.